Good day to all my respected guests, business partner and family members all around the world. My name is Sam. Welcome everyone to today's iElite System online course with the topic of epidemic self-protection. And I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate iElite System for leading us to better health and better wealth. And our speaker for tonight is all the way from Malaysia. He has a background of physical education, sports science, health, and also wellness. Please welcome our iTeraCare product advisor, Mr. Somasundram.
Thank you, Mr. Sam, and good evening to you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of you from around the world. So today we are here for another new topic, and to start it off. So topic for today is epidemic self-precaution. Okay, so now we shall see. First of all, we are going to talk about the IONSHIELD ionizer pendant. And before we start talking about it and explaining more about it, let's look at the company which is behind it, right? And where we're getting this from. Now, the company, MLS, the company, it was founded in 1997. 97. It's a long way off. All right, so you can see the amount of experience with this company in manufacturing. It has got 5 manufacturing plants. It has got about 20,000 people working for the company, and it has a market value of 20 billion renminbis. All right, it's also the world #1 in LED device packaging, and it's #2 the lighting brand sales revenue in the world. And it has got global sales outlets in 140 countries, and it has got 2 national laboratories, right? So you can see how big this company is, how much of experience this company has in manufacturing, right? Now let's look a little bit deeper. The core concept of this company is new health technology. They ventured into health technology now. 20 years of manufacturing experience, and they've got lots and lots of technology patents. They've accumulated so much with them, and then their research and development, they're doing it with domestic and foreign top-class experts and institutions, and their innovations and applications of health technology and products are second to none. All right, and they have a strategy, a global diversified development strategy, and their new health technology solutions of superior quality. All right, the quality is always among the best you can find in the world, and the mission is to improve family health. And the other range of healthcare products are air safety monitoring systems, smart sanitizing systems, air safety and nutrition, healthcare and wellness. Right? From this company comes the IONSHIELD ionizer pendant. And you can see the number of certificates, scientific research and technology patents from multiple authorities. Right? And the people who are involved with this company, who are actually moving this company, are none other than the CEO, Mr. Sun King Hwan, was born in 1973, and he is a group CEO. Okay. And he's the MLS Guangdong Health Technology CEO of the company. He has been included in the Forbes list of China's 400 richest people. And in 2015, he was the richest man in Zhongshan City, and he had that position for many years. And his key to success is insight, decision-making, and executing whatever they have decided. Okay. And the other people on the team are Dr. Zhong Nanshan, who's a world-renowned respiratory disease specialist. Practically everyone who's related to respiratory disease will definitely know Dr. Zhong Nanshan. And he's a hero in China because he has been working with COVID-19 recovery and successfully has brought the figures down. Okay, and on his team, the MLS experts group, all right, besides Dr. Zhong Nanshan, we have Mr. Liu Pinjin, Mr. Hao Lian, Mr. Dai Zizu, and Mr. Wu Zhijiang, who are experts in their own field. And Dr. Zhong Nanshan is a member of the Chinese Academy of Engineering and is a recipient of the Order of the Republic. And is a world-renowned respiratory disease specialist. So the people behind this pendant are experts in their field and they know what they are doing. All right. And why the importance of this iron pendant? People may ask, why should I be wearing this? Now, one of the main reasons is because of the COVID-19 virus. Although figures are coming down, now it's from pandemic, it has become endemic, and people are having to learn to live with it, with them. And you just do not know who is in front of you or besides you who is a carrier or positive for COVID-19 virus. So it come down to self-precaution. That means that now the government is handing the responsibility of taking care of this problem to the individual. So before this, the government was taking steps, but now it has come to the individual to take care of himself, right? For the self-precaution. Now, let's look at some of the long-term effects of COVID-19. You can look at these studies done by people who have got more than 50 long-term effects of COVID-19. All right, so you can look at them when you have the time. And the long-term effects affect almost every part of the body. Now you can see here the various parts of the body where it can affect you. Okay, so now let's look at a little bit more of the post-COVID complications and long-term symptoms. Now, although you may be have recovered from being positive, but then you might have some post-COVID complications. Some of them are body pain, joints pain, or headache. You might have high blood sugar, you might have fever, and so many other diseases. All right. So now, many of them who have been vaccinated are complaining of these problems. So it just suddenly it aggravates something in their body, and they're having these problems, right? So we just do not know what can come onto you. Now, how do negative ions play a part? Now, first of all, Dr. Philipp Lenard, a German physicist, first proposed at the end of the 19th century that negative ions that exist in the natural environment are good for human health. All right. So he has proposed that at the end of the 19th century. So people have actually known about it, but at that time it was not fully used or fully utilized. And then Professor Wang Zhongzhan of the Beijing Forestry University has mentioned that to ensure for a healthy body, breathe 13 billion negative oxygen ions a day, right? So if you look at this figure, we can see, right, that this has been collected by Professor Yi Xingtao of Taiwan University of Science and Technology, where he has said that the most abundant number of negative ions can be found at the forest and waterfalls, and also at the mountains and the seasides. Okay, that explains why when you pay a visit to the waterfall or the seaside or in the deep forest, the feeling is different because the amount of negative ions there is giving a very beneficial effect on you. Now, as you come down lower, the country fields still contain some amount of negative ions, also the open suburbs, whereas when you come to the parks, they're a bit lesser, and especially the city parks, much lesser because you have all the air, smoke and other things which are around them. And then when you come to the streets, if you're living in housing estates, they are much lower. And then when you come to the city room, you're staying in a city and in your room, there's hardly much negative ions. And when you come to the offices where you work and the industrial areas, is almost as good as zero, right? Which so that also explains why you run into health problems. Many of those working in the towns are experiencing all kinds of problems, and why those who are living in the suburbs, nearer to the mountains, nearer to the seaside, are experiencing good health. Now, you're also looking at what these negative ions can do. They can kill bacteria and viruses up to 99.96%. They can reduce sediments and harmful particles up to 98.57%. And they can clear by removing harmful gases up to 86.10%. And they balance the amount of negative ions, and they regulate health for longevity and replenish negative ions, so up to more than 199 millions. Right now, let's look at a video of what is the effect of negative ions on viruses.
Directing the experiment was the International Authority in Virus Research, Dr. John Oxford.
And we're using a more powerful ionizer. This emits 50,000 ions per centimeter cubed.
The experiment is carried out using a 1 meter cubed box. Virus solution is sprayed from the top surface of the box. Within the box, an ion generator is producing plasma cluster ions. When two ions stick to the surface of a virus, they transform into a highly oxidizing OH radical and draw out the hydrogen from the protein of the spike-shaped virus. Which hydrogen has been taken is degraded and the OH radical returns to water. This sequence is performed in an instant, completely removing the virus.
This sort of technology, I think, will give us some reassurance that we'd have a piece of kit, as it were, that could be used not only against viruses we know about, but viruses that could appear in the future.
So you can see, so the doctor who has suggested of using negative ions and suggesting to have a small kit. Now what's happening is you're going to have it on yourself as a portable negative ion pendant. It works as an air mask. All right, so it guards you against viruses. Okay, now let's look at what's the difference between the conventional and the IONSHIELD pendant, conventional usage of negative ions. Now, normally the conventional use of negative ions, what's happening is they have one standalone unit where it is placed in one corner of the room, and normally it is large in size. It is inconvenient to move, and you might not have space to move it, and then you might have to change the filter on and off, and the purification effect easily gets weakened over time due to various reasons, and then you probably have some loud noise, and the price could be also high because the unit is big and it's unable to decompose effective substances. Whereas the IONSHIELD is small and portable. It is hanging on your chest and it goes with you wherever you go. Environmentally friendly, high concentration of negative ions. Okay, and it is noiseless and cost effective. And simple operation, with a simple operation, it is suitable for all ages, from the young to the old. Right? So besides that, let's look a little bit further about how it functions. Now, it uses electronic pulse technology, EMP technology. There's a low energy consumption. It has mirror protection. It has a stylish look, a very small mini look. The color is attractive, and 30 million negative ion release. Right? We shall see about it a little bit later. And it has a long battery life, up to 9 hours of continuous use, which means it's more than enough for 1 day's office work. All right. So this is how it will be looking, and this is specially for our company. And the color, if you see the new iPhones, you might have see the similarity here. Now you might see the chain here. This is a metal chain, and you might not want to change the chain, all right? Because now what it does is it removes the static energy, so there are no static charges coming from this. Okay, this chain is specially made to remove the static charges. And if you look at this again, you have one button in the center. Now this button works in two ways. The first one, to switch it on, you have a long press of 2 seconds at the center here, and then if you want to stop it, one short press and it stops. Right? So, and then if you look at the above here, now this is the emitter. So when you press this, it is emitting and it's going up. It's going up towards your nose. All right? Okay, now it is small and light with a long battery life. Just to repeat what we have said, it provides healthy negative oxygen ions anytime, anywhere, because it is on your chest and going everywhere with you. It regulates the body's ion balance. It neutralizes free radicals, right? It has a continuous mild aerobic exercise, and together with this negative oxygen ion, it becomes very powerful. It also improves the body function system. It purifies secondhand smoke, removes formaldehyde, and removes bad odor. It also acts as an antibacterial for disinfection and the sedimentation of dust, which means that if there is dust, upon using this, it starts falling to the ground. All right. So this and this is how it looks from the top. All right. Now, going by a test done in the Guangdong Detection Center of Microbiology. Now we have the result here where it says 99.99% of the virus is removed. All right. So this is one study done in this lab. Okay. Now the coronavirus test report, it kills up to 99.99%. Okay. So this is our IONSHIELD ionizer pendant. Okay. So once again, so how they look from near and the whole thing again. Now, this is a color again, very lovely color, beautiful, and you will definitely be proud to wear it on your chest. And this is how the packing is. It can also become a lovely present for your loved ones, your parents, children, for their birthdays. Beautiful. And it provides cleaner air and better protection from contaminants and particulate matter. So you're keeping them safe wherever they go. Okay. Now, further features, it produces 30 million pieces per cubic centimeter of negative ion, and it is measured 5 centimeters from the negative ion emitter. I showed you the emitter earlier. So 5 centimeters from there, you are still receiving 30 million pieces per cubic centimeter, and the effective strength is even up to 30 to 50 centimeters, which are depending on wind conditions. Of course, the wind is a bit stronger, then the effective strength can be a little bit reduced to the distance. Now, it blows up towards the nose area. Now what happens is, it is on your chest. Now when you switch it on, it is blowing up to your nose area, and the distance is around 30 to 50 centimeters, and it is covering your entire face and the neck and the chest. All right. So now, besides your nose, mouth, and eyes, it's also being absorbed through your skin. All right. So further enhancing the use of the negative ions. Now, the full charge lasts up to 9 hours. It uses the EMP, electromagnetic pulse technology, and the metal chain disperses the static buildup. You have seen earlier. And then it's lightweight. We shall see how light it is after this. It's expected to last up to 10 years. So it's definitely value for your money. Imagine keeping it for at least 10 years. It is also portable. It goes everywhere with you. And of course, you can share with your loved ones. But ideally, if you can provide one for each of them, that will be super. All right. So now let's look at some basic specifications. The first one is the dimension. It's 35 by 35 by 16 millimeters. Very small. The weight is only 20 grams. So you will hardly feel it on your neck. The charging time is 1.5 hours. And the working duration is up to 9 hours. The voltage is DC, direct current, 5 volts. And one button control, as I showed earlier. You turn on with a long press for 2 seconds. And you turn off with a short press. Okay. Now, let's look a little bit more about the negative ions. Right? A negative ion is a negatively charged atom, molecule, or complex molecule having more than its normal amount of electrons. The small amount of electricity does not give you an electric shock, right? And also the static is removed through your change. You definitely cannot see it with your naked eye or feel it. So don't be surprised if you do not see anything, and you might want to think it is not working, but actually it is working. All right, you are not able to see anything. And an atom with a positive electrical charge is a positive ion. And another thing is, here the connotation negative ion does not mean it is negative, but it is good. And if it is positive, it is bad. So we need to reset our thinking. Not every negative is bad. All right. So the ideal amount of negative ions depends on the person and symptoms. It can also vary depending on how negative ions are generated and the ratio of negative to positive ions and the measurement tolerances. Now what it means is the amount of symptoms that you have. Now if your body is quite bad, more chronic problems, then a good ion pendant will be able to help you better, right? And you will need more negative ions. And depending on the device which you use, there are various devices in the market. Now it is how they generate their negative ions. Some of them have more negative ions, some of them have more positive ions. It just happens to come out and it nullifies. And so it is important that you know what is the ratio of negative to positive ions and the measurement tolerances. And according to studies, a minimum of 50,000 negative ions, negative ion pieces per cubic centimeter were found to be beneficial for health. But in this case, from this pendant, IONSHIELD ionizer pendant, you're getting 30 million negative ions being emitted. So you can see that that's a lot for you. Right? Where the negative ion count was measured plays a very big, very important part. All right. So what happens is when you have a stand alone, you put it in a corner, and if you measure where it is, it might give you a very high reading. But then again, when you move away from it, the reading may be even 0, which means that it is not coming to you, although you're using a device to help promote negative ions. Now, what happens here is, in this case, you're wearing it on your chest and it is with you. So there's no way that you're going to go without any negative ions, right? So the negative ion count should be measured where the patient is positioned. And this is on your chest. So it's definitely going to give you lots of negative ions. And it also can be the count measured at the blow-off point of the negative ion generator, which means that some devices in the market, when you see the negative ion count, it can be at the blow-off point, but it may not reach you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, the number of negative ions contained per unit volume. All right. So if you look at here, this is another test and analysis done in a detection center of microbiology in Guangdong, where it shows that at the point of emission 5 centimeters from the emitter, it is producing 30 million, more than 30 million pieces per cubic centimeter. Right? Again, same test results with the valid certificates. And then we have another one, an ozone test report. Now, the ozone test report is definitely and extremely important because there are some emitters where in the process of producing negative ions, they also produce ozone, right? And this ozone can be very dangerous to the body. So it is important that you know, if you are going to get a device, you must know how much ozone is being produced. Now the safety margin level would be about 0.05, less than 0.05 parts per million, right? So in this case, you have 0.009, all right, per cubic centimeter, all right? So it's definitely safe, okay? Again, this is the certificates for the ozone test report. So you are safe. Now, let's look again at how far negative ions travel in normal scenario. Now, when you look at standalone generators and where they are placed and the distance where you are from the generator and from the blow-off point. Now, this is what happens. Now, if you see here, this is the distance from the generator and the amount of negative ion count. And as you move away, the further you move, the lesser the ion count. So which means that if you are at a distance away, which could be just about 50 centimeters, the negative ions could reduce drastically. All right, and again, looking at it, so this is the generator, and about 50 centimeters away, the count is almost zero. Now, of course, and in the packaging, it is said for the amount of, for example, here we have 1 million pieces per cubic centimeter, which is emitted at the blow-off point. But when it moves away, it becomes zero at the distance, only 50 centimeters away. So this is another important point that you have to know as to what happens in the normal case. All right. So with this IONSHIELD ionizer pendant, you're wearing it on your chest, and definitely you're not going to move away from it. So you're continuously receiving 30 million negative ions every time, right? So we are looking at some of the extracts from testimonials, what people have given after having used negative ion, the effects. They feel more relaxed, less stress compared to before. It's easier for them to fall asleep. It improves the bladder condition and lesser toilet frequency. They feel more calm. The skin condition is improved. They get less irritated, and they sleep well. Again, they relax and less stressed. They are refreshed. It removes cigarette smoke. It purifies the air. Okay, and the health benefits, they neutralize the free radicals, all right? Because the free radicals, they steal your electrons. Okay, these negative ions neutralize them. They revitalize and enhance cell metabolism, right? They enhance immune function. They purify the blood. They pH balancing. They overcome insomnia. They balance the autonomic nervous system, promoting deep sleep and healthy digestion. All right. Now, what are the important benefits of negative ions? They clear the air of airborne allergens, such as pollen, mold spores, bacteria, and viruses, and also dust. For those people with pet allergy and having cigarette smoke, especially secondhand smoke. The negative ions perform this function by attaching themselves to positively charged particles in large numbers and negatively charging those particles. As a result, these viruses, bacteria, and pollen spores become too heavy to remain airborne and are thus prevented from entering your breathing passage where they can make you fall sick. In other words, the negative ions form a protective circle around you. So wherever you're going, there's a protective circle around you, doing this continuously as to whatever is coming towards you, right? Now, it is also widely used in China in high-speed rail systems, all right? From this company MLS, as I told you earlier, a lot of their devices, especially these ionizers, are being widely used in high-speed rail systems, in the offices, and even in airplanes, right? And let's look at some test results to see what is the outcome of these results in this, what do you call it, the Institute of Chemical Technology, right? So now let's see the first one, the health hazards. So the report is multifunctional air purifier with no health hazard. Okay, it is non-flammable and you don't have to worry about explosion. No danger when in contact and no first aid needed upon touching the skin, eyes, or if you inhale the air from it. You can just store it at room temperature without any problems. And the main use of it is to purify the air. So for chemical stability, store and use at room temperature and the product is stable. All right. Now for your respiratory system protection, eye and face protection, skin protection, and your physical self-protection. There is no self-protection which is required for normal use. All right, you can just use it as it is. Okay. Now, the service life of this equipment under normal working and using conditions is up to 10 years, and this has been tested and proven. Now, people also asking about what are the regulatory information regarding this device. Now, they have all the EC regulations and the EU regulations, as you can see here. All right. So now, first, you heal yourself. We have the device to heal ourselves, or rather to eliminate problems. But before the problem comes to you, you can protect yourself from with the air, purifying the air, which actually comes into you, and safety net is built around you like a bubble. So it becomes the first line of defense, right? Because after this, you're going to be all on your own, and you have to have your own self-precaution when the pandemic becomes endemic, right? So with that, I thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sam.
Yeah, thank you very much to Mr. Somasundram for sharing with us the wonders of our newly launched, going to be launched product, IONSHIELD pendant. And over here, I'd like to share a video clip to show the demo of this IONSHIELD pendant. Let's just have a look at this. Now, this particular video clip actually is recorded in Mandarin version, but I try to explain what this lady is doing for a demonstration. So this is another version of the IONSHIELD pendant, the what I call the necklace. Then this is a container, yeah, glass container. That is actually, there's a connection. Yeah, they use a wire, just plug in there, and then they are going to use this the wire actually to conduct the negative ion produced by the pendant. So later we're going to see how this demo is going on. Yeah, it's a glass container, and then they're going to what they call it, trap the smoke, very thick smoke from the cigarette. Yep. So as you can see, that the smoke within the cigarette contains of many contaminants, not only nicotine, tar, and also a lot of many pollutants, even what they call that PM 2.5 and so on. You see the smoke is so thick and it's contained within the glass container. Yep. And so this kind of thick smoke, I don't think we can survive if, let's say, this is happening within a fire in the house and so on. So right now, so we're going to turn on our pendant and then just get near to the exit of the releasing of negative ion through the wire and then link it into the glass container. As you can see, the smoke has gone. So it's the negative ion already neutralized the thick smoke within the container, just within seconds. You can see this is not magic. Yeah? And she tried to open it up and then wipe the internal part of the glass container using a tissue paper. Let's see what we can see. So within actually this tissue paper, within the wall of the internal of the container, actually those are the sediments, yeah, or the entrapment of those particles from cigarette smoke that being neutralized by the negative ion. Yeah, that's why the smoke has gone. It's already becoming the sediments. Yeah, it already dropped into the wall of the glass container. So this is how powerful, yeah, because of this high amount of negative oxygen ion that released. That's why it can work instantly to neutralize those smoke. And what we need to do is actually when we are putting on this IONSHIELD panel with us, within the 30 centimeters to 50 centimeters, what we call the range, it can actually help to protect us, to give us purified air, to take care of our health and for protection also. Okay. So, thank you for watching these clips, and I believe that every one of us are actually expecting, yeah, this product. Actually, we are still waiting, and expectedly, this product going to come into market, I think, early of November. So over here, actually, I want to take this opportunity. We have one very special gentleman on the line that actually is talking about him because he is actually a special gentleman that actually already has 30 years experience in M&M industry and also 15 years experience in managing M&M company, and also the what we call the K system founded by him was awarded in year of 2006 Asia Pacific most influential marketing system. Yeah. So please welcome our group president, Dr. Stephen Lai. Dr. Stephen, we couldn't hear from you.
Okay, sorry, I didn't unmute. So, thank you very much, Mr. Sam, and also Dr. Soma for the very professional and detailed explanation of our IONSHIELD, one of our hot hit seller product, we believe. So the reason that why the company have decided to market this product is because number one is Mu Lingsen is one of the very famous big entrepreneur, big company in China. As we all know that the market value for Mu Lingsen in China is already more than 20 billion, 20 billion market value. So they have the highest technology, okay, with the product. So this is one of the reasons, because the reputation of the company is for sure. We will always have the highest technology with the IONSHIELD product. And number two, and also behind Mu Lingsen, our IONSHIELD product, the people behind is Professor Zhong Nanshan. As we all know that Professor Zhong Nanshan is one of the very famous respiratory disease specialists, world known. Most of the Chinese know him. So he's a very reputable person, very popular and very responsible. So 10 years ago, the SARS, and we all know that the China, the COVID-19 is well under control because this is the person behind. So with such a reputable person with us, so we believe that this IONSHIELD will sell like hotcake. And I just have a meeting. I just come back from KL, just reached home, and we have a Mongolia, Kazakhstan, and Russia market is going because they're very keen with our product because of IONSHIELD. In fact, a lot of, as we all know that this product is there is a need in the market. Everybody are looking for this type of product. So we want to sell something, we have to create a need. But this product itself, we don't need to create a need because people, will find this type of product. This product, there is a market demand. There's a need. As we all know that, so every country now, because of the number of vaccination is go up to 80%. So there's a lot of country no more lockdown. As I received the newsletters, Singapore, you know, there's a Europe flight from Amsterdam fly to Singapore. Now Singapore, and when you reach Singapore, there's no more quarantine. You know that. So all the tourist business will be open. All the air flight business will be open. So people are meeting people in time to come. You see now. So when people are meeting people, as we all know that the pandemic is not over yet. Only the vaccination increased to 80%. So the whole world will be open for the tourist industry, for the air flight industry. So we were free to meet our friends and relatives. So this is a product that, you know, with our mission, with our vision that caring for life and health. So this is the product that we're looking for. You know, so people are scared to getting COVID because we know that the side effect of the COVID is not very serious. It will cause the death. You know, so this is one of the products caring for life, prevention for getting the COVID. Besides wearing the mask with this product. So this is a very good news. As we all know that if you unfortunately you're having COVID, you know, the side effect of the COVID, and then beside the side effect of the COVID, the remaining, you know, the side effect. And also we need to spend a lot of money, you know, for the, if you go to the specialty hospital for curing for the COVID-19, it costs about 100,000, even 200,000 or 300,000 Malaysian ringgit, you know. So this is very serious thing, you see, no? So this is a product that we believe will hit the market by storm. So this is the reason. Okay. So beside that, and today we are very lucky that we have the global launching of this product. It's done by today. The IONSHIELD official global launch held in Guangzhou, China, Guangzhou. So in accordance with this, so we will extend the buy one free one to end of this October. This is the global launching, as we can see. This is a global launching. That means Mu Lingsheng will exclusively design the product for us exclusively throughout the whole worldwide. With this unit. So this is the global launching. Okay, according with this, that's why we will extend the buy one free one promotion up to October 31st. During the global launching. So we will bring a good news to all the members and leaders. So buy one free one. In order to hit the market, you see now. And we believe this product is the husband will buy for the wife, and now the school starts open, and then the children go to school, and there's a high risk of the infection of the COVID. That's why I think the parent also will buy for the children. You know, so this is the purpose of that buy one free one. And number three, we also like to mention about the top 20 sponsor in Golden Receipt. So this is good news. So I believe by end of this month, a lot of our leaders will fight for the champion. So now we like to announce the top 20 direct sponsor. End of the October, the prize award will be, if the champion, we will give them the big one. The big one will cost about almost more than $2,000 US. So this will be special design, but the big one will be, we will sell the big one in the later stage. So we want to push the small one because it's inconvenient for us to carry the big one with us everywhere. So we wear the small one to give us a very good protection. Beside the protection, and also improve the health. And we all know that according to the scientists' research, by breathing a lot of fresh air, we are bringing the forest within near us. You see now, we're bringing the forest fresh air, ionized air with us. So the champion, we are giving the big one and plus the small one. Okay, the first runner up, we were giving the same as the 3 unit of the small IONSHIELD, and the second runner up, we will give 2. And from 4 to 20, we will give 1 each. So this is our latest promotion. So fight for it. Wish you all the best. And number 4, and we all know that we have the Dubai and the Egypt campaign, sales campaign. So with the latest up-to-date information, the future star from the back office now, congratulations, we have 102 members already qualified for the future star. So congratulations to them. And 1-star manager, we have 13 already qualified at the end of month of September. Okay, So 2-star manager, we have 3 persons already qualified. So I believe by end of December, at least those who qualify for 3-star manager, I believe we'll have at least more than 50 of them. And for those people achieve 3-star manager, and the minimum income guaranteed will be more than $20,000 and above. Okay, so I believe our sales campaign, the top key leader overseas tour will be very successful. So fight for it. Hope to see you, hope to meet you in Dubai and Egypt. Okay, so today we have very good news. Today is the historic days for our company. I would like to announce the new form. Okay, new company registered with us is Pride International. This is the Pride International. Maybe some of us are asking why is that? Before that, we work with iNetwork. We work at night. So what is the main reason that we form a new company by the name of Pride International? So I will let you go through with our CIS, Corporate Identity System. This is we engage a person, a professional company. So what do you mean by Pride International? So Pride is consist of 2 words: prime and life. Achieve the prime of your life. This is one of the main purpose. This name consists of 2 parts: prime to imply the best, and life to imply the quality of life, the partner, as well as the symbolic to range of product under the brand name. Together, this name suggests the top quality of life with the humanization of the people and the product. So Pride International, this is our new company. So we will change all the PPT, the video into Pride International. Okay. So the purpose of this, because we want to have a new company with a new opportunity and the new market sector, because a lot of members, especially those are involved in multi-level marketing, they like to to have a new company. It would be more effective. This is the reason number 1. Okay. So Pride International, okay, the corporate logo, the coloring, design, and we will have the first international brand will be held in Jakarta. The whole design will be according exactly to our CIS, Corporate Identity System. As you can see, the logo, there's the 2 stripes, light blue and the dark blue behind. So this is a symbolic of the eagle fly high in the sky. Sky high success with top quality of life. This is the symbolic. Some people may be asking, what is the 2 logo, light blue and the dark blue. This is the symbolic of the eagle. And you can see, so we have the corporate name card. So you can start ordering the name card from the company. This is the design, and we will give you all the design, okay, the basic design for the name card, color, everything. Okay, so the brochure, the T-shirt. So this will be our T-shirt. How it look like? Corporate uniform, corporate T-shirt. So when we attend all the activities, uniform. This is our uniform standard. The corporate folder will be, this is how it look like. So all the pens, cups, you see, pencil. This is our corporate image. So all international brands will be designed according to order. So this is the outlook of our international brands coming to come. So headquarters, we were spending about 2 months. The renovation and design will be look exactly like this. So in time to come, India, Indonesia, Philippines, our international brands will look like this. This is our corporate image, like McDonald's, So this is what we call the CIS. So the reason that we set up Pride International as a new company, I mentioned because we want to bring new opportunity to the market. Okay. And number 2, we have been working with iNetwork. iNetwork is all company which we all know that about 5 years. 5 years. So they have their existing market widely, and they have their own plan with them. So in order to not to mix up with the situation, that's why we decide after the serious discussion on the board of directors, we decide to form another new company. So Mr. Goh still is our partner as a shareholder. So I would like to invite Mr. Goh to have a word sharing with us about this Pride International. Please welcome Mr. Goh, the chairman of iNetwork.
Dr. Stephen, I think Mr. Goh is not on the line.
Oh, Mr. Goh. During the afternoon, 2:30, yeah, Mr. Goh Maybe we come back. Yeah. Okay. Lastly, but not the least, and lastly, then I would like to announce with certain countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Vietnam, I think. So we will increase the price for iTeraCare with these 4 countries. Due to reason number 1, because of the the cost increase of the material. Number 2, we will improve the quality of the product. Probably we will change the color into our corporate color, the blue, Number 3, because of all the product delivery is we deliver it by air flight. So the air flight charges also increase. Okay. And number 4, some of the country that I mentioned, the product was increased due to because they didn't include any GST. Like India, I believe that yesterday they just increased the price because they will include the GST of the product. So this is one of the announcements we need to inform with the 4 countries: Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and Vietnam. This is a 4 countries. We will increase, and the price will be increased by next year, January 1st of January. Okay. So thank you very much, Sam.
Okay, thank you very much to our group presidents of Prive International, Dr. Sim Lai, for giving us announcing the good and great news on this. And also, I believe that all our friends are getting so much excited, especially hearing that our buy one and free one, our promotion of IONSHIELD pendant, just because to celebrate our official global launching, then the promotion will be extended until 31st of October of this month. So family members, this is the great news that you can grab the opportunity to get this what I call it, promotions, buy one and get one free. So I think right now we should open the time to the floor that you will have to have the interactions with our management. Then you can feel free to raise your hand. Then we'll let our customer service to turn on the microphone for you to have direct interactions with our management. Anyone who want to communicate with Dr. Stephen Lai, you can actually raise your hand at the reaction there.
Okay, before I forget, I would like to also add in, next year, January the 1st, we might add in another medium size. We have the small one, iTera Classic. We have the big one, iTera Pro. So we will come out with the second, the medium module. It will cost maybe around about roughly, I haven't confirmed, about 900 to maybe to 1,000, roughly about the range of product range, or the middle range, will be very high exclusive one, middle range, because we have the small one, iTera Classic, we have the big one, iTera Pro. So we will come out with the Gold package, talking about Gold package, the medium one, and this will be only special design, exclusive worldwide, with us only. So we will have a meeting with the Tersang tomorrow to discuss about the medium range product. This is a good news.
Wow, that's a good news.
The one will be 3 times or 4 times effectiveness and faster effect. The small one, yes, it also effect, but it takes longer time. You see, the big one, as we all know that, we were 10 times faster the effectiveness. Okay, the medium one.
Family members have more choices to pick up the product, more choices for you to select either small one, medium one, or the big one in near future. This is the good news for everyone. Okay. So anyone want to interact, having the interaction with our management, please feel free to raise your hands on the reaction there. Then we let our customer service or the CS to turn on the microphone for you. Take this opportunity.
So this product, IONSHIELD, attract a different group of people joining us. As we all know that there are 4 country stockists are very interested with the IONSHIELD product. That's why the 4 country, the 4 new added country stockists is just because of this product. That's why we just admit. So this product really attract a lot of people, especially the MLM leaders into our company. This is a very good sign. So when we believe, after believe, from belief, then we see.
Yeah, this is totally the latest information given by our Dr. Stephen Lai. just like being mentioned by Mr. Soma just now, because now we actually have to live in a new norm where actually on top of putting on our face mask or face shield and so on, then IONSHIELD pendant can be an additional protection. You have to take care of us and our loved ones during this so-called as we need to live in a new norm to stay together with the virus. Yeah. So since no one is actually raising hands, it's okay. Thank you so much one more time to our Dr. Stephen Lai. And so thank you also to our main speaker for tonight, Mr. Soma Sundram. Then let's our friends and family members grab the opportunity, get this buy one free one before it ends at 31st of October. So thank you for joining this evening. Hope to see you next time on the air. Take care and I wish you all the best. Remember, stay safe and stay healthy. Good night and bye-bye.
Bye.